Welcome back, friends. Here we are for a big experience. And yesterday, we talked about things we wanted to be able to do when we got bigger, right? Some of the things that you may not be able to do now. And sometimes trying new things, learning something new is kind of scary and maybe really hard, but you just gotta keep trying. So today's story is called Jeffrey Can't Dance. And it's about a giraffe named Jeffrey who wants to dance so bad. And then there's a friend that helps him out. But they help him because of the kind words he says to Jeffrey. So, are you ready to listen? All right, so you're going to be listening to the story and trying to figure out who helps Jeffrey with his problem.
Today's read aloud is about Gerald the giraffe, who wants nothing more than to dance. Some kind words from an unlikely friend helps him realize his dream. Giraffes Can't Dance, written by Giles Andre, illustrations by Guy Parker Reese. Gerald was a tall giraffe, whose neck was long and slim. But his knees were awfully crooked, and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rocked and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar.
Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!
The animals all sneered.
Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird.
Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up in the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh.
Excuse me, Costa Cricket,
Who'd seen Gerald earlier on.
but sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to.
With that, the Cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoofs had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I am dancing, yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted,
It's a miracle! We must be in a dream.
Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen.
How'd you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how.
But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. We all can dance, he said, when we find music that we love.
Oh, Gerald, his, Jeffrey, the character's feelings changed. He was very sad at the beginning. Why? That's right, because all the other animals said he couldn't dance. But I told you a special friend would help him. The character of the cricket told him to stop, close your eyes, and think of something you love. And when he closed his eyes and he used his imagination and thought of something he loved and the song that he really loved, he danced wonderfully. So he was a little afraid and nervous, but he was very brave, wasn't he? I want to be brave, like our giraffe or not a new story. Do you? Me too. So, and he can dance. It's all here. And his friends were so proud of him, right? So I want you to be thinking, can you make a connection? Were you ever nervous to do something at first, but you tried and you were able to do it? You were very brave, right? Sometimes it's about being very brave. So I'm going to share. We're going to look at today. You're going to be working on a prompt. I am brave when. When are you brave? What's something you do now that maybe it's dancing, maybe it's maybe swimming, or when you ride your bike, or when you practice on your letters. Well, there's so much we can do. I'm thinking I am brave when I drive my car. Sometimes I'm a little nervous about that when I drive my car. I have to be very brave and cautious, right? So that's me. Now you wouldn't choose something like driving a car because you aren't old enough to drive a car yet, right? So here's my car. And here I am inside. There's my steering wheel. And there I am driving my car. I'm very brave. So I am brave when I drive my car. Because it's something, sometimes I get a little nervous because others around me aren't always being so careful. But I have to make sure I write my name on the top. And I'm going to color my sheet. But I am brave brave when I drive my car. I made sure I tried to write the sounds I hear to drive my car. I wrote each of the sounds I heard in the sentence. I am brave when I drive my car. And you think of the time when you were brave. May have been when you were dancing, like in our story, or maybe riding a bicycle, or swimming, or skateboarding, or learning all your letters, or reading, or playing in the backyard, or climbing a tree, like some of our friends have said. They're working hard at learning those things. So think of a time you were brave. Go ahead and start your prompt. And Miss Stacy and I will see you later. And I'm going to color mine because I just did mine with pencil, but I'm going to go back and color mine. And I can't wait to see yours. And make sure you take a picture and put it on Seesaw. We'll see you later, Gators. We'll see you later.